Morris and welcome to Thanks Invest, where we're going to talk about investing, finance, fresh women for today's terms only. The investment topic today would be Cardano, ticker ADA. So I'm going to go through a technical analysis right now to take a look at how we're trending so far, right, with respect to the surge that we've experienced so far. Ever since the 10th of August, we surged all the way up from the $1.45, which was the percolations that we've had as a substantive level before. If you see this green line right here, ever since that we've been surging up to the next level, and this is just an escalator of whale manipulations that subsequently got us all the way to the $2.14 mark. We had a little bit of a hesitations at the $1.87 before obviously surging above the $2 because that's a monumental mark, hitting that flat number, which is relatively substantive, right? And then ever since then, we obviously with this green surge, the one of the whales and some public investors are incentivized to take some profit from there, right? And that's exactly what happened, right? We see some sell off coming back down to be below the $2 level to hit the next resistance level $1.87, right? And you can see we form at that level, matching with the historical level on the third that we tested. And ever since then, we up and away again, and we've been searching another time because of a lot of positive media affectation, and specifically with the fork that's expected to happen later in September, per the media affectation, reflectation again, right? So despite all of this, logic is pretty much out of the whack right now, right? On MACD perspective, everybody are extremely bullish. RSI is highly overbought. I would say is like above the the atmosphere right now. We're basically in space right now. So we're technically mooning. I think we're basically touching the moon soon, or at least maybe couple miles away from it. I don't know if that's the right depictions, but I think the normalization that we're seeing today is just some people taking some profit, and I think there should be some more surge coming. And I wouldn't be surprised because we do still have some anticipatory pressure coming. But for me, I'm not an investor in Cardano, so I don't really have any bias. But if I was like you and you bought in at the level of $1.45, I think you might want to maybe take some profit, maybe 40% of your profit, and keep the 60%, just keep it rolling. That's the type of play I would typically get, right? You want to be you don't want to be greedy when everybody's being greedy, right? You want to be doing the opposite, right? And I think maybe taking some profit would be a wise thing to do. And I think there are some smart people doing that right now. That's what I would do. But again, I'm just really risk averse. But if you truly believe in the long term value proposition and Cardano, that that Cardano is going to be someday, it's going to be a 3 digits or even 2 digits, assets going forward with the long term value proposition, buy would be a great level for yourself. I think you'll be in a huge discount despite the surge, right? Don't listen to me because it's a short term gains. You always want to ride out for a long term, right? But for me, if I was to incur some risk right now, I'll wait until coming back down to the $1.45 because that's a substantive level, and I think that will complete the whole market cycle of oscillation. But ideally, I would be buying at the yellow level. To be honest with you, $1.34, $1.20, $1.02. But $1.02 is really not a substantive level. That's just more of a flat number. People buy at because it's like almost at the $1. And the reason that you see some oscillations here is because of the struggle of the $2. Right, we see that you see a lot of oscillations around like a 204 level. So again, invest at your own risk, but the risk is definitely exponential at the moment based on what we see in the technicals. Again, no bias. I'm not an investor in this. I'm not subject matter expertise in this, but people want me to read the charts and read what I see in front of me, and I want to give it to you guys and just like see what I think without any additional hype or additional elements that is emotional, if you may. Recap on numbers and technical analysis for Cardano. The levels of ideal resistance levels for me to personally, risk aversely dollar cost average would be the following levels, right? $1.20, $1.14, $1.05. But $1.05 again is a flat number. It's not really a real substantive level. It's just a flat number people psychologically want to buy in because it's close to the $1 mark, right? Similar to the consolidation that we had at $2, right? But again, if you bought in already before you watched the technical analysis video, or if you've done any technical analysis so far, just hold, or maybe, to counteract by buying some put options, maybe, right? But just know that there is another macro catalyst coming that should be driving some support pressure coming. I wouldn't be surprised if we keep surging up to be close to about $3, based on just how it surged up historically, comparing with other assets, right? So, but for me, again, I think when everybody's being greedy and when the risk is very high, I tend to just stay away. So for me, I'll just be more risk averse, buying at the $1.20 and anywhere below these levels. But that's just me, you know. So take this with a grain of salt. But I ultimately just want to watch out for you guys to make sure that you guys are making the most risk averse type of execution for your investments going forward, right? So hopefully this is helpful. And yeah, so stay tuned for this coming up. Take care. Bye.